Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Lasky. This resource will actually model for you what your lit reviews can look like following one of the two structures that we've provided. These two structures are the standard and educational research. And the source I took this from is John Cresswell from 2017. The first structure that is in the resource provided on the first page in Moodle under week 1 organizes articles by the year published. The second structure organizes articles by themes. This is the more commonly used model or structure that's used in our field, particularly when people are writing dissertations or publishing. The first structure is more typically used at the master's level or the undergraduate level when people are really new to using or writing lit reviews. And when you produce your lit review, there are only two places in your chapter 2 where you are allowed to speak in present tense. And that is in the opening paragraph, where you discuss how the lit review is organized, and then again when you discuss the purpose of your study, your closing paragraph. And intuitively, it makes sense that the narrative is written in past tense because you're talking about what's been done previously in the field. So when we take a look at the actual structure, structure 1, when articles are organized by year published, you're going to notice that there are no level 2 headings identifying a new theme or a new article. You simply start the new paragraph or the discussion of the new article by giving the author's last name and the year it was published. And you'll see here that Zendi 1998 conducted a study that explored ethical issues that can arise when conducting research. I have paraphrased the purpose of her study. What follows is only identification of key findings. Nothing about the methodology, how she went about collecting the data, none of that, just the key findings. Now we move on to the second article that is being used for this model, and it's the most recently published, so it comes after Zendi, which is older. Again, I have paraphrased the purpose of the study, and I have identified key findings from that study. After you are done citing key findings from each of the articles, you will conduct an analysis of the key themes that were addressed across the articles. And here I've modeled for you what that will look like. You literally start a paragraph by discussing the key theme. Notice once I identify that theme, possible points of tension when conducting action research, I cite both authors. That's what you want to make sure to do. You want to support your point with the citations. After identifying what the key theme was, I then broke it down a little more finely tuned by saying that Zendi's piece focused more on ethical issues. It's still a point of tension. And Ozer, Newland, Douglas, and Hubbard examined how to empower high school students who are key participants and partners in action research. You close the chapter by restating your study purpose. Now, if we move on to structure 2, we're looking at articles organized by themes. And I took the information in this model for my dissertation, and it was a study of teacher professional vulnerability in a context of secondary school reform. So you've got your level 1 heading, bolded. You've got the title of your study, not bolded but all caps. You have your introductory paragraph. With each new theme that you introduce, you do demark it or identify it with a level 2 heading. In this particular section, the only topic discussed is the changing landscape of government mandated school reform. All right. Support was another key construct or theme across the literature. The only content that goes in this section is on either socio-emotional support or material support. And because it was a dissertation, I had to actually define what the terms were. The other thing is, guys, I don't expect you to do lit review this synthesized, this highly, and this densely cited. This was done for my dissertation. My master's thesis did not look like this. The last construct that we discussed, the last theme across the literature, is vulnerability, teacher professional vulnerability. You close with restating the purpose of your study. Because the articles are organized by theme, you do not need to include an analysis of the key themes across the articles. I hope this is helpful to you guys, and that's about it.